Welcome to the show, everybody. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about our top 5 movie swords, our fight scene that includes 2 really smart people, our joke of the week, and our Liam's facts. So make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is TruTalk with TruMotion. We're a couple of guys talking about how to make the world a better place and hopefully make your day a little bit better in the process. My name is Mark, followed by my co-host Tony.
What up?
Well, we were just chatting for like 15, 20 minutes.
Probably should have started the podcast 15, 20 minutes ago. Would have pissed off a lot of people, but you know, who
that's
cares?
Right. Talking about sports and younger kids and how it's ridiculous with how much travel and how expensive youth athletics is getting.
Dude, it's quite ridiculous. You know, here's the thing. If you have the money and the income to do it, be my freaking guest. You know, don't worry about it. Just go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it. Have fun.
But at the same time, I feel like athletics, especially for kids, should be accessible for. It's one of those like, oh, it should be accessible for everybody,
right?
And they shouldn't be punished because they can't go to like this travel team. It's like if they're good enough to play on the team, then you make it work. Like the team makes it work.
Right.
Don't put the burden on the parents.
Well, I mean, I kind of hate to say it's pay to play, but
it is.
You look at any. You look at any, you know, major athletic organization, and almost every single one of them is pay to play anymore.
Yeah, and I hate it because then you'll get those very, like, and I'm not blaming the family for being well off, so this isn't one of these tangents, like, whoop, I kicked something. But
he's getting pissed.
Yeah, stupid move. No, like, family.
If anybody knows Mark, they're like, it's not happening.
Yeah. It's like, dude, no, make as much and be as wealthy. Like, I'm all for that. But, like, then you start getting into those situations where the kid's not playing the position because they're the best. It's because they have the most money.
Mommy and daddy have the most money.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, no, that shouldn't be it. It should be, hey, are you the best player?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you get that spot.
Well, and so Landon follows Formula One.
Okay.
Quite a bit. Like, he knows, like, drivers' names, everything else. And the more he's following, the more of the drivers' names and stuff that I've been kind of watching. And in they talk about race pedigrees and everything else. And I really kind of hate to say this, but when you start talking about that and going over it, I'm like, oh man, this is a lot like horse racing, where unfortunately, like, a lot of these kids are raised by, you know, people who have stupid amounts of money, because it unfortunately takes stupid amounts of money to get to that position.
Yeah,
you
especially Formula One.
And yeah, Formula One.
I mean, those cars are like what, a mil?
Oh, dude, easy.
Yeah.
You know, multiple
engine
millions.
Alone's probably $1 million.
Multiple millions of dollars. You know, and it's funny because there's one driver that everybody loves, and his name is Leclerc, and Leclerc's awesome. Like,
okay.
And so he was asked when he was a little kid, you know, because he wanted to be a driver and everything else. And someone asked him, they said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" As a little kid, he looks at he was like probably 7, 6, something like that. You know, he looks at the interviewer and he says, "I want to be kind."
That's good.
And every single driver in Formula One likes Leclerc, because Leclerc is a kind person. He will stop and he'll like sign autographs. And like, he's just
he hasn't forgotten like what it means to be a human.
Yeah. And it's funny because he and, like, you know, Max Verstappen, who drives for Red Bull, you know, they're best friends.
Yeah.
You know, Leclerc drives for Ferrari.
Not too bad.
And so, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, Leclerc's like...
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Slap a horse on a car and think it's great.
Yeah, both.
Hey, do you know that little knob that you twist onto your tire for the what was it, the
dust cap.
or whatever. Oh yeah, $10,000. Jesus.
But anyway, yeah. But like, I mean, for him, there's so much money that has to go in behind the scenes on that in order to even, like, let's say for example, Landon wanted to be a Formula One racer.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like, I do not have the job nor the income, or here's either like we were just talking about with, there's certain pockets and areas in the U.S. that are really, really good at a certain sport.
Yeah.
You've got, I mean, let's be honest, baseball in New York. I mean, that's just like cheese and crackers. It's peas and carrots.
Yeah, it's football in Texas.
Football, yeah, dude, football and Texas. Yeah. So if you're in that area and you're good at football in Texas, you're going to be good anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say, for example, Landon was like, yeah, I want to get into racing and everything else. It's like, okay, there's no race culture here in Utah. What am I going to go out to the old Larry H. Miller Motor Speedway?
I was going to say, we had one of the world-renowned racetracks in Utah, and it had to close down because nobody was using it.
Nobody was using it.
And it's like, what?
Yeah, some Chinese company bought it and everything else, and then they sold it to Burt Brothers. And I think the guy that owns Burt Brothers owns it now.
Oh, really?
And so,
yeah.
Okay. And again, same thing. It's like you've got this phenomenal facility, and here's the crazy thing. Like the Motor Speedway in Vegas is probably farther away from downtown Vegas than the Larry H. Miller Motor Speedway is in Tooele.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's okay. So why isn't the NHRA there?
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing, even Indy out there?
Or I agree.
Like
I went to a motorcycle race out there. It was pretty cool.
Oh, dude. I went down, I think it's called Sundowners or something like that, where they take Miatas, and a whole bunch of like people up in their Miatas, and so I had like a free ticket. Of course, this was like close to probably 15, 18 years ago.
Mine was a hell of a
long time ago. But again, still at the end of the day, like stands weren't like packed by any stretch of the imagination,
No.
But let's be honest, like how many big events have happened out there?
Yeah, none.
So, but anyway, when you don't have that culture, it's really hard to get into that sport, to get into everything else. And then if I wanted to, have him get into that, I'd either have to move or spend a crap ton of money, and I have to spend a ton of money on the vehicle and everything else.
Well, then not only that, here in Utah, I was actually talking to my buddy Nate about this because his son's a really good baseball player. He plays for Juan Diego.
Okay, yeah.
And like he's 6'5", and he's like, I think he just turned 16. Like he's huge, and he you would think basketball. No, he loves playing baseball.
Right.
He plays basketball too, but he loves playing baseball. And I was like, hey, dude, his name's Austin. I goes, Austin going to be like vying for scholarships and stuff like that? He goes, I hope so. But he goes, a lot of colleges don't look at Utah for baseball players.
Nope.
And I was like, why? And he goes, because they can only play like 8 months out of the year.
Maybe.
And I was like,
yeah.
Huh. I go, yeah, because if you go to like California kids can play baseball like games year round.
Pretty much January to January.
Yeah.
Yep.
Versus here, like
got March to maybe
even though it's not
September,
snowing
October.
outside, dude, you're not playing a baseball game in like 40-degree weather.
Nope.
It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
So I didn't think about that, and I was like, damn, he's right. Like he could be the best player ever. He just doesn't have the time in, and it's like,
yeah.
And then again, it's that culture thing too, because it's like, why would you go to Utah to look for a baseball player?
Right. Even if I am a scout, why am I going to waste, like $2,000 to $3,000 on a weekend to go, scout one person? You know, like why would I do that?
I didn't even. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think Utah has where it's like, oh, Utah's known skiing. Never mind skiing. Because they do have collegiate ski teams.
Not this year.
No.
I'm not saying our ski teams are bad this year. I'm just saying that we have no snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like Utah doesn't, besides like skiing or outdoor stuff, Utah doesn't really have a like culture of like, oh man, they produce really good this athlete or they produce really good that athletes. Minus skiing.
Rodeo.
Yeah. Something like that.
But that's, and it's really unfortunate. And that's the crazy thing. And I don't know if it's a population issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Because
used to like to think that we produced like tough, rugged people, but I don't even think that's true anymore.
I think that's just a cultural thing that's happening
Yeah.
recently. I mean, if I sit and think about it, it's like, okay, and I've always wondered this. Why is it because I have a cousin who lives in the greater Denver area.
Okay.
And when he first moved over there, I remember him saying, like, he says, dude, Denver's weird. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, Colorado's a little weird.
Yeah,
He's
Denver
like,
is
no.
weird.
He says, when I got there, everybody would like ask me, like, when we moved there and everything, oh yeah, like, okay, they would ask me what I do, and I would tell them my job. And they're like, oh yeah, this is what I do. No, what do you do? It's like, what do you mean? Like, I told you what my job is. And like, no, like, do you hike? Do you run? What do you do? Because over there, like their culture isn't like, what do you do for a job? How much money do you make? Like, how much Botox is in your face? It's, what do you do physically? Do you run? Do you hike? Do you play baseball? Do you play basketball? Do you play soccer? Do you, what do you do? Do you water ski? Do you snow ski? And it's always made me kind of interested in the fact that Denver's population isn't that much more than ours.
No.
How many like huge national sports teams are over there? You've got the Denver Broncos. Okay. You've got the Avalanche for hockey.
And you got the
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
The Colorado Rocky, the Rockies for baseball. You've got the Denver Nuggets for.
And I think they have a soccer team.
They have a soccer team. I don't know who they are, but I know they have one.
Rapids. I don't know. Yeah.
Like you've got four, like you're spending enough money to keep four national franchises in your main city, which also kind of lends you to believe that, like, all right, like you support sports and everything else, which probably means you like having sports in your life and everything else, which also probably means you're a lot more physically active. Well, why is that the case there and not here?
Yeah, we only have the Jazz and the Real.
Yeah. I mean, we've finally got the Mammoth,
Oh, that's right, in the Mammoth, yep.
And so, but yeah, like you have Jazz, you've had like a, AAA soccer, baseball team,
I would love to have a football team out here, but it wouldn't survive.
No, it wouldn't.
It really wouldn't. Even though I think it could have a neat market.
Yeah.
Because the University of Utah football does really well.
Yeah.
And BYU football does really well.
Yep. Much as it pains me to say that.
I hate to say it too, but
I mean, they're good. And I like,
I like Kalani Sitake.
Sitake he's a good coach.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
people are going to be like, traitor. And I'm like, no, like,
he's a good coach.
Game called game on that one. I mean, he's a great coach and he's a good guy.
And as much as Kyle Whittingham's getting flack right now, I think it's undeserved. It's like, dude, he gave the U
how many years?
Over 25 years, like 21 as a head coach.
Yeah.
25 years of his life, and made that a national powerhouse.
Yeah, he did.
And from what I've heard is they kind of pushed him out the door with that new venture capital company that is working with the U.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they have it's going to change collegiate sports forever. They have this I think it's a venture capital company that's a for-profit company that has taken a vested interest in the University of Utah athletics. So now everything is all the prices are going to go up because they want profit.
Oh, that sucks.
And I think in order
not that
for
they
them,
want profit, but I mean,
yeah, it's that for the rest of us.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that made it to where it's like, yeah, we'll go with you is we want a younger coach. And Morgan Scally, which I think he's going to do great, has been waiting in the wing for Kyle to retire.
Yeah.
And it was always his plan to take over the coaching job. And I think they kind of moved Kyle out faster than he wanted. And then Michigan's like, hey, you can come coach here.
Right.
Here's an open checkbook. And I don't blame the dude. I'm actually going to start rooting for Michigan as long as Kyle's there.
Right. Well, it's the same thing when Urban Meyer left.
Yeah.
Because I remember the scuttlebutt was the Crimson Club, which is, the high donor people of, Utah UVU alumnus. They all got together and they were going to match any salary that he was going to get paid at any other university.
Well, that's what happened with Sitake.
Yeah, to stay here.
Because everybody thought Kalani was going to get the Penn State job.
Yeah.
because they offered it to him.
Yeah.
And then out of the woodwork, all BYU billionaires came in and be like, what will it take to keep you here?
Yeah.
And they basically gave him an open checkbook, from what I've heard.
Yep.
So,
Well, but here's the thing, and this is what Urban Meyer still left,
Mhm.
and he did. He graciously thanked him, but he left and he said one thing, and he's not wrong. He looked at him and he says, "You will never have a national championship."
we did.
Never.
Yeah, we have. They've changed it.
Have they?
Mm-hmm.
Because
in 2008, when we beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl, it counts as a national championship.
well, yeah, but it's like Sugar Bowl. It's not like
No. That was during the BCS.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it actually counts as we actually are recognized as a national champion.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, you're not going to be getting like all of the highest bowls and everything else because you're not playing against.
We are now. During the time that he was there, he was correct.
It was totally right because
we were still Mountain West.
Yeah, like we're Mountain West. Like you're not gonna
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Like you're gonna keep me here. You're not gonna move. You know, because at the time the BCS was not changing, and that's money.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but then we've since gone to the Pac-12 and then
Big 10,
Big 12 now.
Big 12 now.
Yeah. So, but before we move on, I actually want to brag a little bit about my my grandpa.
Brag away, my friend.
Yeah, I've come to find out that because again he was a retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force.
Right.
It was a fighter pilot. When he joined the Air Force, I think he joined the Air Force right around the inception of the Air Force. He was the first group of pilots to be trained on the jet airplane.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
Up in in World War II, they still had prop planes.
Oh, yeah.
So
P-51 Mustang.
after World War II, they transitioned into jet airplanes, and he was in the group of the first pilots to be trained on jet fighter pilots.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I came to find that out. I also found out that he was a part of, they called them the Red River Rats in Vietnam. Yeah. Yeah. Or the River Rats for short.
Right.
And he was a part of that group of fighter pilots that were flying, they said, the most dangerous, intense air missions in North Vietnam during the Vietnam War.
I was about to say, I'm like, you don't get a name like that unless you're doing serious shit.
Yeah.
know?
So he was a part of that group.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like, what? And apparently it has its own like section in the Air Force Museum, and I'm like, what? Yeah, like didn't know any of this stuff. And apparently he worked with NASA and they wanted him to be an astronaut. I'm like, what? Yeah, they wanted him to like go to the moon.
Yeah.
Because this was during the space race.
Right.
And he said no, because it would have taken away too much time away from his family. Yeah. I'm like, holy hell. All right. But yeah, he did like he was a test pilot for NASA.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why the hell didn't you tell us any of this stuff? Like, he didn't talk about any of that stuff. Like, we've come to find out about it afterwards as people have been going through his stuff. And they're like, holy hell, did you know Grandpa was a part of the River Rats? And I was like, what the hell are the River Rats? And then I looked it up and I was like, what? Okay.
You know, it's crazy. Like there are, like the saying says, like don't ever make fun of like old people, especially if they're wearing like a Vietnam vet hat.
Oh, God.
You have no idea what the hell they've done.
No.
You know, and like you could be sitting next to some old codger who's got like kind of got a belly,
Yeah.
might stumble and walk and shuffle, but that guy has probably literally knifed somebody in the face at like 6 inches away and did that like 100 times.
Yeah.
And you're just
And
like,
this is
nah,
where
I
it's
just want to
like-
mess with you. Like,
I was talking to my mom about this. I go, that's when you know Grandpa did some serious shit, because
Right.
he never talked about it.
Nope.
And then it makes me wonder about and I don't know if it's a culture thing. And I'm not bashing on soldiers or anything, so don't take it, because I love the military.
Right.
I love our people that fight for us. You hear a lot of stories now of people talking about what they've done in the military.
yeah.
And I don't know if it's like we've become more accepting about talking about it or if it's real, because apparently there's a lot of stolen valor out there.
Right.
And people talking about things that other people have done, but they've claimed it as their own. Like, we're not even going to get into stuff like people that have done, but very famous people have done that.
Right.
And it's like, okay, so did these stories really happen? Or are we making stuff up? Because the people that have done some serious stuff don't really talk about it.
No. So to kind of help out with that, I think that, yes, I mean, there's a lot of made up stories and, oh, this guy actually said this story, I'm going to take it as mine or something like that. I think that happens. But again, knowing how much the military pays their people, you get paid nothing.
So I get that.
And at the end, here you come
find
out,
a way to...
you're 20 years out fighting for disability because you were over there. You know, you've got the VA is just looking at you being like, yeah, you're not... you did what? Oh, you jumped out of helicopters and everything else. Okay, jumped out of airplane. You paratrooped into... and you've got like 4 slip discs. Your hips are gone. Your knees are shot and everything else. No, you're not disabled. Here, I'll give you like 10% disability. Have a good day. Somebody comes in. Oh, you worked an office job and everything else. Okay, you get 80%. I mean, that's really kind of like jokingly, because I've got friends of mine who are in the military.
And I'm not opposed to them trying to profit off of their, like, I'm not like, you do what you got to do to make a living.
Yeah, and so I kind of think that's the reason why, because now, if you think about it, like World War II, Vietnam, stuff like that, how many big time movies or TV shows or stuff like that or books and everything else were in the zeitgeist, in the culture at that time to, hey, we're going to go talk to these people who actually did this and figure out what really went on. Because for a lot of those people, like it is a very traumatic experience.
Oh, yeah.
Due to the amount of violence and everything else that was happening at that time.
Yeah.
And I just think like if you walked up to somebody and says, hey, I want you to tell me about D-Day, they'd just be like, dude, F.O.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
I'm not talking about that.
It's like, let me relive the worst day of my life.
Yeah, it's like, do you want me to tell you what it's like to hear somebody get hit in the chest and hear the air escape out of the bullet hole wound, and you can hear it gurgle and everything else, and you watch your buddy die next to you? I'm still on the freaking boat. I haven't even gotten to the beachhead yet.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to tell you about that? I get it. You know? And I'm not going to say that people today don't have that same thing.
It's a different type of warfare.
It is.
Very much so.
It is.
Like, you're not storming the trenches.
No.
And I'm not saying it's harder or easier.
No, it's just different.
It's just different.
It's just different.
So.
But I think, and again, I think the commercialization of that.
Because everybody loves a good hero war story.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
But.
Yeah, and I think even during World War II, we kind of used that a little bit. But a lot of that was to sell war bonds. Because the way that we funded a military was different back then.
And from what I've heard, again, without naming any names, it's like I've heard a lot of these movies / books that have been written have been used as recruitment tools.
Right.
So different type of...
Part of the propaganda.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
yeah, unfortunately. And it's just like, it's hard because it's like, what do I believe now?
Yes.
So... But moving on, let's get going with the show. Let's move on to our Liam's Facts. All right, last week's Liam's Facts question was, what ancient civilization basically started Valentine's Day? And the answer is...
Hallmark.
Yeah, Rome.
Oh.
Pretty close. Pretty close. But that was last week's question. This week,
the day of Saint Valentine.
Yeah.
Giorno di San Valentino.
There you go. But this week's question was, what does Mardi Gras mean in French? So that is this week's question.
Sorry. There's a comment I was going to say really quickly, but I was like, we're going to keep this family friendly.
Censor, because it's French. Yeah. Now, what does Mardi Gras mean in French? Make sure you leave us your answer in the comments down below or email us at TruTalk Tuesday. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, share the show.
Share the show.
And let's move on to a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. TruMotion in motion, let's go. Gear up, stand tall, feel the flow. Kicking it strong with the best of the best. Streetwear fresh, put your style to the test. Karate vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. From tees to hoodies, keep it sharp, keep it sleek. T-shirt or hoodie, we got both. Subs for the grind, focus on growth. Stickers and swag, let the world know you rep style. Now let's go. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Reppin' that swag, flex it, wear it proud. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Discipline, power, the heart of the fight. Your fit's gotta match your unstoppable might. Tigers and dragons, bold on the sleeve. Step in the dojo, they know you don't leave. Oh, step up, don't wait. Rock that fit, let's elevate. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Rocking that drip, yeah, you own the crowd. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Yeah, we reppin' strong, no fear, no doubt. TruMotion merch shop is what it's all about.
Thank you, sponsor. Make sure you go on there, grab some swag, support the channel. But let's move on to our top 5. All right, this week's top 5, we've got top 5 movie swords or swords from movies.
I'll take Ashwoods for 800. That's swords.
Yeah. God, that's such a funny little bit.
I mean,
Sean Connery.
Gosh. Yeah. You know, rest in peace, freaking Alex Trebek. Like, my heart, like, he did Jeopardy all the way till the end.
Oh, yeah.
And I, like, it took them years to figure out who they were going to stick in that spot.
Yeah.
You had to get that right person. Anyway, but Will Ferrell is Alex Trebek and Sean Connery.
Speaking of rest in peace, did you hear about James Vanderbeek?
I did.
Man,
I didn't
that
know that
sucks.
he was, because I saw him. He did a cameo in a show, and I was like, man, you look rough.
Yeah. I saw that video that's been going around that he posted of his last birthday. I saw that, and I was like, God, I didn't know he was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
He held it
gone.
too close to the vest.
And it's so sad because, I mean, obviously well-known actor, worked consistently
Yeah.
for 20-some-odd years. His family went bankrupt because they couldn't afford his medical treatment.
Yeah.
And it's like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But
It's unfortunate. I mean, dude, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, cancer sucks,
yeah,
you know, and it is no respecter of person,
doesn't care.
rich or poor. I will kill you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's literally what it is,
Yeah.
you know, and either it'll kill you now or you'll die of complications because of the therapy that you got from it later on in life.
Yeah.
You know, it's just rough, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But let's move on to happier things like
Happy
swords.
things, S words.
Yes, S words. S words. I'll take S words for 500.
I'll take the rapist.
The
The
rapist.
therapist.
Yeah, the rapist. That's a great bit. What do you got for your movie swords?
Okay, so I'm gonna go back into the archive. I'm gonna use all 5 of my swords for this one movie. Actually,
Okay.
there's 7. 7 samurai.
Oh, okay.
You know, no. So that is one of them because I was like,
Yeah.
dude, like, you know, to talk about, not only yes, I mean it's a great movie, but it's a great movie. You know, again, sword fighting, everything else that inspired so many people, even to this day, in movie making, in
yeah.
storytelling, in
The magnificent
the Magnificent
Magnificent
Seven.
Seven. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That movie.
Movie
that was inspired by it.
is inspired by it.
Yep.
Fantastic. And I was like, you can't, even though yes, and to that iconic scene at the very end where all of a sudden swords are like, stuck into the ground, the wind's blowing, and you see the tassels, stuff like that kind of blowing. I was like, dude, like you can't get any probably more iconic than that. And to kind of follow up with that one is Hattori Hanzo, sword from Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good one.
Even fictional, everything else. But again, even though it's a fictional name and everything else,
the movie's kind of centered around it.
It is. Like you've got like actual sword makers and stuff like that to this day that still continue the craft and everything else. The other one that I had, I mean, the next ones are basically all from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And so you'll have Sting, of course, which is from The Hobbit, and then of course follows into Lord of the Rings.
The letter opener.
It's great. Then you have I think the name is Glamdring.
Yeah.
Which is
Glamdring.
Yep. Which is Gandalf's sword. And then Andúril.
Yeah.
Which is
Andúril.
Yeah. So those are my movie ones, and then of course I'd be bereft not to like stick in their lightsabers because
technically that is a sword.
It is a sword.
Yeah, I didn't think about that until you just said it, and I was like, "Damn it, that's a good one."
I'm not gonna again. You can't say, I mean, we could literally have a podcast just on like lightsabers because it's awesome. But
the most iconic one is Darth Maul's double saber.
Dude, the double saber.
Because if you just like popped up a lightsaber and it's blue or green or red, you could be like, oh, well, that's Vader's or I don't know, one of the other Jedis. Yeah. Or Mace Windu's because it's purple. Because you know his.
Yeah.
But like, dude, you get a double bladed lightsaber. Everybody knows who that is.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, that's Darth Maul.
Oh, yeah.
So.
But then I also have, for this, it's not a movie yet, because I think it'll eventually be a movie. So Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive.
Yeah, you talk about that a lot.
I do. Yeah, it's a great book series.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a book series, it's flat out awesome. Brandon Sanderson's a great author. But Oathbringer, which is one of the swords in that series, it is.
Oh, that reminded me of another one, but it's not from a movie. That's why I didn't really take it. The big sword from the Stark family in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
What's the name of that? It's the one that Ned uses to like
Ned Stark.
Chop off the heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they melt it down and make two swords out of it later on
because it was so big.
If you know the name of that sword, let us know.
Yeah, drop it in the comments below. I mean,
but there's also Long Claw.
Yep.
From that series.
Yes.
Needle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could do a whole Game of Thrones sword thing.
Oh yeah.
But I mean that wasn't technically a movie, so I didn't.
It's not.
I didn't really put it in.
Yeah, but I mean, honorable mention. Have those out there. Yeah, but those are my 5.
Okay.
Because I was like sitting there really kind of thinking about it. I was like, all right, like. Of course, I mean, Lord of the Rings is. I love that series. You have to watch it at least like once or twice a year. I mean,
yeah, I like it because I also like how you can make fun of it, and so it's like I saw like, hey, Lord of the Rings can be 15 minutes long, and Sam turns around to Frodo, why don't we just take the eagles to Mount Doom? And
right,
like,
done.
Okay,
and then New Line Cinema.
It shows them like flying over, and then they throw the ring off, and then movie over credits. I was like, we're not necessarily wrong. It's not very exciting, but all right. Well, I've got some honorable mentions. The Green Dynasty from Crouching Tiger. Yes.
Oh, how can I forget that one?
Yeah. Blade Sword from the Blade series.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Obviously Excalibur.
Yeah.
Just any version you want.
Yeah.
The Last Samurai Katana.
Yes.
That's
a good one.
That's a great movie.
Dude, it is a great movie.
The swords from 300.
Yep.
Those like I don't even know what they're called. They start with an X, but
Yep.
too complicated for me to pronounce. But now my top 5, obviously I got Anduli from Lord of the Rings. I actually have a replica of that sword. It's actually really big.
Dude, it's huge.
Yeah, I was like,
It is
making
huge.
this list, I was all like, I need to just bring all my swords from my house and just bring them to the dojo.
And you just mount them.
Yeah. Or just put them in the armory so during picture day people can pose with them. And
Right.
yeah, I didn't include it, but I like Legolas's knives. I thought those were way cool.
Yeah.
The next one is
Or the elven blades. I mean, like those were actually like,
yeah, those are cool. I believe it's called Atlantean, the sword from Conan.
Yes.
Yeah, the Conan the Barbarian.
The Conan sword.
Yeah. This one technically isn't a sword, but it's iconic. Rambo's knife.
Yeah.
I like any version. I like the second one.
Yep.
Rambo 2. Rambo 3 is pretty cool. Rambo 4, or the Rambo, I guess that's Rambo 4. He basically has a machete.
Right.
I mean, so
Yeah.
any Rambo version, those are obviously awesome. William Wallace's Claymore from Braveheart.
Yes.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
And then Zatachi, the blind swordsman. Did you ever see those movies?
No, I never watched those ones. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you the one to watch because I think there's multiple of them. It's a great movie. He's a blind traveler, and his cane is a sword, and it's like shorter than most samurai swords.
Right.
And he just dices people up with it.
There's oh shoot. I want to say it's a anime series or something like that. They made.
Yeah, we could have included anime swords.
Yeah, they made it into movies, but the protagonist, the main character, has a samurai sword that's backwards.
Yeah, that's Ronin, Kenshin.
Yeah, Kenshin. Yep.
That's a great.
It's a great because it's.
Have you watched the movies on Netflix?
Yeah,
they're awesome.
They are awesome.
Yeah, he has the reverse sword because the prequel he killed a lot of people and he vowed not to kill anybody.
Yes.
So that's a great sword
and
too.
so he has the sword reversed. So if somebody comes, I mean, if he hits you with it,
he's gonna
break something, but it's not gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But the blade always faces him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was.
That's a great show.
Yeah,
that's a great show. But let us know what your favorite movie swords were.
Dynasty. How did I forget, dude? Yeah. That movie.
It's all right.
I loved it.
It's okay.
I loved it. Oh, and then there was like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and then there was Hero.
Yeah.
With Jet Li and all the colors.
Yeah. And then each person he fought had a different fighting style and weapon. Donnie Yen had the spear.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a good movie.
I get warm fuzzies.
Yeah. Hero was a great movie.
It was so good.
But let us know what your favorite movie swords are. And let us know in the comments down below. But let's move on to our Ask a Sensei. All right. So our first slang of the day is sword related. So I figured since we did movie swords, we should do movie slang. I hope I'm pronouncing most of these right, but we'll see. The first one, I believe it's pronounced forte.
I know what that means in music.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, it's the stronger lower part of the blade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense for the name, but...
basket guard.
Oh, basket guards for French-style rapiers and stuff like that. That goes around the hand.
Yeah, or you can in cutlasses.
Or cutlasses, yeah. You see
it's a hilt designed to cover the hand. Bati.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Apparently, it's a fuller or groove on Japanese-style blades.
Oh, that goes down generally down the spine.
Yeah.
I think that helps with
helps with weight.
Yeah.
It's
rigidity, weight, and expansion or something like that.
It's really to help reduce the weight.
Mm-hmm.
So, Damascus steel.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And I am too poor to have any kitchen knives made out of it.
Yeah. What is Damascus steel?
Damascus steel is where you take two different steel types, you layer them together, and then you squish them, and then you keep you keep forging it basically, and it welds all of those layers together, making it extremely strong. Cool thing about Damascus steel is that then you can fold it into different patterns, so the Damascus steel actually makes patterns, and it's gorgeous and it's beautiful. And it's
folded steel.
amazing, awesome. And if anybody wants to, find me a Bob Kramer kitchen knife Damascus one, I would not say no.
Yeah. Those can get pricey.
Yeah.
Pommel.
Pommel is the end of a broadsword.
Yeah,
basically.
Just the end of the sword.
Yeah.
Yep. The butt end.
Butt end.
Not the tip end.
Yeah.
The tip end goes into the other person.
Tip end goes into the person. Yep. The butt end is what keeps your hand from sliding off.
Hilt.
The hilt is isn't that little covering metal piece? It's right.
It's the handle.
The handle.
Yeah. Handle. That'd be like the handguard.
The hand. Yeah. I was thinking.
Okay, now we've got three different types of swords, and you kind of do your best to explain what region or area or time frame these may have gone in.
Ooh.
Just only three, not too bad.
Okay.
I could probably think of a couple more. Gladius.
Oh, the Gladius. Gladiuses were Roman.
Yeah, Roman
in
swords.
nature.
Yep.
Roman soldiers and stuff like that, dual-edged.
Yeah, Roman. They were short sword.
Short swords.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I believe their main primary was the shield and spear.
Yes.
And then they would use the gladius
when things got close.
Yep. A cutlass.
Okay. Oh, cutlasses are awesome. So a lot more cutting surface, and it's curved in order to really kind of take things through. Cutlass, I would probably put that like 1400s.
Who's mainly known for having cutlasses?
Pirates.
Yeah, pirates.
Yeah.
It's interesting because if you look at cutlasses and then you look at cavalier swords, they're the same thing.
Pretty much.
I think cavalier swords might be a smidge longer
They're
because
longer
you're
and thinner.
you're on horseback.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you kind of already said the word, but a rapier.
Rapier are very long, thin swords used for deflecting and stabbing.
Yes.
Really going in. It's fencing and stuff like that. That's the sport practice.
Who is known for having rapiers? Not rapists. Rapiers.
I'll say it. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry. Sorry, French people.
The French. And more specifically, Musketeers.
Musketeers, yes.
Yeah, but French.
Yeah.
Or if you watched Princess Bride.
That is true.
Yeah, that was a sword I contemplated putting on. But nobody watches the Princess Bride
for the
and thinks the sword. So.
Offer me money. Give me power.
Yeah.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Such a great movie.
That's so good.
It's such a good movie.
If any director, any movie house, whatever,
tries to
remake that, dude, no joke. I don't care. Like, I'm not calling for violence.
It'll bomb.
It
won't do well.
Like, everybody's like, if it's like Disney, everybody should cancel like all of their Disney Plus subscriptions. Just be done. Don't go to Disney. Like, you're gonna remake what? Nope, we're out.
This one's the next few are kind of easy, but some people don't know them. But katanas.
Yes, katana, Japanese in form with a slight curve to it, forged, fire forged, hand forged. They are the longer. They're probably like not the longest, but the longer of the swords that samurais would carry around.
Yeah. The shorter version is called a wagasashi.
Yes.
Some people would argue that katanas are the best made sword because some swords are good for stabbing, some swords are good for slashing.
Yeah.
I think katanas could be argued that they're good for both. even
A
though
little bit.
they're made mainly meant for slashing
Yeah, for cleaving.
because they have that curved edge.
Yes.
So could you stab with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not really meant for that.
No.
Claymore.
Oh, claymores are amazing. Those are English. Well, I'll just put the British Isle. It's like was like in Scotland.
Yeah, it's
Ireland,
more
it's all
Scottish.
over. Yeah,
Scottish known.
But,
and that's another one we could have put is the Highlander sword.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Speak, my man, Henry Cavill, Highlander. Like, how stoked is everybody for that? Let's just be honest, okay? And I know Henry Cavill's probably never going to see this, but, you know, if you want to hang out and make food and paint Warhammer, call me.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But, yeah, claymores are big
huge
Scottish
swords, and they were primarily used for, if I remember right, when cavalry and stuff like that would come through to take out the legs of the horses.
Yeah.
Because you could stay far enough away from the swords of the person who's on the horse and still take out the leg of the horse as well. Yeah. And it had enough mass behind it that it's moving. So
yeah, you definitely had to be strong to wield those swords.
You had to be huge.
So
yeah.
But those are just a couple of different style of swords and sword anatomy and stuff like that. So, but moving on to our next question. All right, question number 2. What do you got for us?
Okay, I'm going to take a controversial take on this. Dude, what the heck happened to the halftime show?
Truthfully,
I mean, what was that? Like, I'm going to...
we talked about this the other day, and, like, it's odd. Like, I personally didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. I was kind of indifferent to it, but I think it needs to go more back into... It needs to be less like a music video and more like a concert.
100%!
Because I felt really bad, yes and no, for the people actually in attendance at the Super Bowl.
What are you seeing at the Super Bowl? Unless you're like sitting there just watching a massive Jumbotron, which I can do that from the comfort of my own home. And don't have to wait in line to use a bathroom and don't have to pay $20 to get like, 12 ounces of beer. You know,
I personally, like, I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. I've never really listened to his music. I've got nothing against him personally. Do I think they could have had a better choice? Yeah, but I understand why they picked him, because the NFL is trying to become a global brand. And what bigger artist to use than the number one downloaded artist in the world? So I personally would have tried to have gone a different route, but I can honestly see why they went that route. Now, was it a great show? I guess. I couldn't understand what he was saying. I hope the lyrics were good, but...
Well, so...
I got super stoked when I saw Lady Gaga, because I thought she put on a banger of a little segment she had.
She did well. But no, I mean, 100%.
I think we need to get more performers that are great live performers. Like Bruno Mars. Oh my gosh. They showed a highlight of an old, like when he did the halftime show a few years ago.
Right.
He opened with just playing the drums.
Yeah.
And like he got the crowd so hyped by just playing the drums.
Yeah.
And then he started singing and you're like, damn.
He is a great performer.
Yeah.
And, regardless of how you feel about his music, whatever, he kills it.
Yeah.
Every single time. And so here's the funny thing. So, of course, I absolutely, because again, I'm not even going to say that it was like, oh, it was rap. Oh, it was like in a different language, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it might just be because of my ADHD, whatever. I can't understand even like English words sometimes in music.
When
Or
it
some
gets,
people get
when it gets so fast, you're like, what did they like? You just have to go by the beat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mean, honestly, like I love Eminem, like 100%.
How you can't
Okay,
understand.
I have no idea what he's saying, and like it's like, well, dude, why are you listening to rap? Rap is for the story and what they're telling you, and everything else is like it's for the beat, you know, for the beat, music, like the rhythm and everything else. That's what kind of gets me going. But there was no musicality in anything that he was doing. Again, like it was like a music video that like kind of showed me like, okay, like this is like kind of my history and my story of, you know, Puerto Rico. It's like, okay, cool.
I thought that was great.
But nothing else is connecting to any of this.
No.
This sucks.
The people weren't jamming and like getting down in the stands.
Right. And I go back to, again, pop icon of the world when Michael Jackson, you know, had his halftime show in 93.
You want to know something kind of interesting? How that kind of came to be is the year before, because the halftime show for the Super Bowls were just terrible.
Dog shit, yeah.
Well, In Living Color did a halftime show episode during the halftime of the Super Bowl and aired it on a different network, and it did so well that the NFL was scared. So they're like, we need. And then the following year, they hired the #1 pop artist in the world to do the halftime show.
Right.
And it's been that way ever since.
Right. Well, they probably paid him back then.
Yeah.
Now, when they bring somebody on, they don't pay him. They don't get paid.
I can see that because the amount of downloads of their music afterwards goes through the roof.
Right. And that's kind of what they say, like exposure, which I think exposure is bullshit, but you know,
it works.
It does work.
Like I downloaded a bunch of Kendrick songs last year.
Oh, dude, that one was funny.
Yeah.
That was just, the whole thing was funny.
A minor. Yeah, that's a great. Maya was in heaven. She loves Kendrick.
Maya lost it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But again, looking at the stage presence that Michael Jackson had in 93.
Yeah.
Looking at the way that the stage, like you said, it was a concert.
Yeah.
And he came to perform.
Yeah.
It wasn't I'm coming to perform and take a political stance.
Yeah.
I'm done with this political stance bullshit.
I don't care if you're on the right or the left. I don't want to hear either one of it.
No.
It's like, I'm here to watch you perform. And if you want to talk about that on your own time, talk about it on your own time. But like during a halftime show, I want to see you perform. I want to like enjoy like your performance.
Exactly.
I don't want to have to like dig into the meaning of what you're doing. I'm done with all of that stuff.
Well, and again, like I agreed 100%, you know.
It's like, you can have your opinion, you can have your thought process. Like, I respect everybody's opinion. I just don't want to hear about it every single time something comes on the TV.
No, because here's the thing. I am not sitting down to watch the Super Bowl to then contemplate, what are my cultural, you know, and emotional and psychological implications of how things are going in certain areas, and what are my political affiliations according to that? No, I'm watching a football game.
Yeah. I feel the same way with movies.
Oh, yeah.
Because I go to the movies to escape. I don't want to go to the movies to feel bad. I don't want to go to the movies to see more drama. I want to go to the movies to have a good time, to laugh, to see stuff explode, see like monsters and space aliens, whatever. I want to escape reality.
And that's the thing, like on certain films and stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to watch Dune, to watch sandworms eat Harkonnens. Like that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, I want to, you know, see, you know, freaking, you know, Leto Atreides. Oh, dude, that was so good. Like the first Dune. Second Dune, awesome. I
haven't watched either one of them.
What?
I know.
Oh, dude.
I need to.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, it's so good. So good.
Yeah.
Totally stoked for the third one. But yeah, it's like I'm going to kind of escape from this.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go watch, you know, a show that is about those type of things, and that's why you are going, be my guest.
Absolutely.
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know,
and
like
that's why it's like there's a time and a place for everything.
yeah,
And that's when you have that ability to do that. But
right.
like when you're like trying to watch a football game or like escape from reality, I don't want to get hit with all sorts of messages. And I'm talking to both sides here. I'm not talking, and I felt the same thing with like the Turning Point USA thing.
Yeah.
It's like, did they have the right to do that? Sure. Should they have done it? I don't necessarily think so. Because, and I saw an interesting video about this. Right now, everything's creating division to separate us.
100%.
And that did the exact same thing. Now you either chose to watch this or you chose to watch this. And if you watch this, it said this about you. If you watch this, it said that about you. And it created a division.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I just feel like, hey, if you believe this, fantastic. If you believe that, fantastic. Have more conversations with each other. But if we're talking like performance, I don't think the performance was great.
No.
Do I think it was like visually like cool? Yeah, a little bit. Was the like story, like how they tried to explain a story cool? Yeah, sure. If it was like kind of like telling his story, fantastic. I think that's cool.
But I think you're right when you said if you're making a music video, dude, that was great
but
for making a music video.
Yeah.
How many people fit in that stadium?
Yeah, something like 70.
70,000 people.
So, yeah,
and what are they seeing?
Yeah.
Other people dressed up as trees. Those of you who never like got major roles in plays and you only got tree number 1, guess what? Bad Bunny, Super Bowl, that's you. So
Kelly's niece was in the Super Bowl performance.
Are you serious?
She was a tree.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, she told us before the Super Bowl, she goes, yeah, my niece is going to be in the halftime show. So we're like, really? That's awesome. So we're looking. And then Tuesday, she goes, yeah, my niece was a tree. We're like,
my gosh. That's
but
funny.
she's all like, she got paid like $20 an hour. She got to hang out and meet Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga. And she got to be on the field of the Super Bowl.
For $20 an hour?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Like, I'd stand there dressed as a tree.
Yeah. Yeah. But
thought it was great.
But again, it wasn't a performance. It wasn't a performance for everybody to enjoy. And I'm like saying not people that were watching the Super Bowl. I'm talking about like the 70,000 people who paid thousands of dollars a ticket to go sit. I mean, you could even like they have videos of people in the audience just kind of like
they're checking out.
What's going on? I can't see anything.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
Now, on the flip side, Charlie Puth's national anthem.
My gosh. Dude, that
was amazing.
He is. I love Charlie.
I think,
dude, Charlie Puth is one of my favorite people.
He's fantastic.
Oh my gosh!
And when that was going, and I heard the saxophone, I go, "Is that Kenny G?" It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was all like, "Holy crap!" That was That was definitely top 3 in terms of like
100%.
My personal favorite.
Oh my gosh!
My personal favorite was Chris Stapleton's rendition a few years ago.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah.
So good. And then you can't go wrong with Whitney Houston's national anthem.
Oh, Whitney.
My goodness. And then it's Charlie Puth.
Dude, Charlie, what?
Yeah.
Like
the gospel, like,
oh man.
Like, oh my God.
And the greatest thing is that he was just out there. Like, I absolutely love the simplicity of what he had out there.
Yeah.
It was literally him, a microphone, and a keyboard.
Yeah. Then he, obviously had the.
Of course, like, I mean, he had backup and stuff like that, but I mean, that's kind of, you know, and he wasn't, again, like, it was, and I think this says a lot about just my own personal tastes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like things to be very, I'm not going to say plain, but I am going to say simple.
Not complicated.
Yes.
Yeah,
not complicated for complication's sake.
Yeah, there's that, we use it all the time, the KISS principle.
Yep. Yes.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Like, it's like, it's basically like first order physics. Like you come down to like the base thing. Like what do we need to do in order to get a job done? And everything else on top of that is just complication. And I felt like the simplicity that he had with that, like, just encapsulated everything. And you could, dude, one of the greatest things, and I saw a video of this a little bit later, and it was right after, like, Charlie Puth finished the song and everything else, and he like kind of got caught up in the emotions of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you could see kind of on his face that he's like, I just killed that.
Yeah.
Not like like, I'm amazing. I just killed it. It was like,
wow.
No, like,
that was great.
I just nailed that.
Yeah.
And he knew that, like, this is going to be played for years.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I just absolutely murdered it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie
so
Puth, I thought,
good.
just absolutely destroyed that in a good way.
Oh,
So-
dude, it's so good.
But
Oh my
moving on
gosh.
to our next question. All right, this question, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But can hobbies tell more about a person, or is it just a hobby?
I think that there's a lot you can again, you're not going to like look at, oh, this person does this, they're like this. This person does this, they're like this. But there are traits that will go with that.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody who and I'm going to go back to, like, even when you're a kid, it's like kids, you get somebody who's like deep into Lego. It's like, okay, let's start going into why do you like Legos so much?
Mm-hmm.
They're like little plastic bricks that when you're a kid, the Lego sets that you're gonna get are cartoony and blah 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 or whatever.
Well, you got to remember, when we were kids, Legos, you just got Legos. You had no instructions. You had no build design. You didn't have specific things to go in specific orders.
Right.
You just got like 100 different colored bricks.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. And
That's it.
Yeah, and they were expensive back then. They're expensive now. But with those type of people, I would almost dare say that they are people who are very much in tune with that three-dimensional version of thinking, where you're going to be able to look at a set of plans and be like, okay, cool. Those are the bricks that I need to be using to put in this order, to be putting into this shape in this position in order to make this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll almost guarantee that if you look at those people who had that type of hobby when they were a kid,
yeah, they're in that sort of field.
They have moved by way of hobbies and stuff like that, to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, I want to create something. I want to be able to to look at something in a three-dimensional view and be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna build that.
Mm-hmm.
People who like either, and I'm kind of sticking in hobbies, because again, your profession can change.
Yeah.
But then people who like woodworking, who like welding, who like building stuff.
Yeah.
I would almost say that about them as well. And then you've got people that are, and I'm gonna throw two different categories together because I think they're one and the same. They just wear different names and faces, and that's Final Fantasy Football.
Okay.
And Magic the Gathering.
You think they're the same thing?
It's the exact same thing.
Interesting, because Shanna loves fantasy football.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. It's the exact same thing.
And I've tried to play Magic, and I don't know if I just don't have the attention span for it.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't want to spend the time to put together decks and stuff like that. And
right.
So
and
I'm
again,
not against it.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't understand it.
It's not your thing.
It's definitely not my thing.
Because here's the thing, and this is the reason why I bring both of those up at the same time, is that any of your fantasy sports,
Mm-hmm.
what are you going to have to do in order to create your team? It's the same thing as building a deck in Magic the Gathering.
No, when you say it that way, that's absolutely true.
I'm going to go and I'm going to research all of my stats on every single one of my players. The only difference between like Magic the Gathering and, of course, fantasy football is that your team will change depending on the stats in the games that were played last week.
Yeah.
Okay? Whereas in Magic the Gathering, the only time that really changes is with the new sets and decks and stuff like that, of course, Wizards of the Coast, which runs Magic the Gathering, produces. Okay? And so you get people who are deep into knowing the the stats, deep into knowing the information and the storyline and the data behind this certain. Again, like my quarterback is this person. My quarterback, my running back is this person. My front line is this. My defensive line is this. I've got I put these people together and everything else so I can defend against and score points on the other team. And it's the same thing. It's like I'm going to put together in Magic the Gathering. I play Commander, which again. I don't have a drug problem. I don't have alcohol problems. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I have a magic problem. Magic is stupid, and it's expensive. It's like I have buddies of mine that like they have what we call salty decks, which are just they're not fun to play because they come out in the punching and they just destroy everybody at the table. But dude, they've spent like $700-800 on their deck and that's like, oh, okay, so you're getting started. And you're like, are you joking me? But then if you start thinking about it, it's 100 cards in that deck. Every card's roughly valued at like $5 to $7 a card.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Anyway.
Yeah, and we had that conversation, you brought it up a while ago, about why is it acceptable to spend money in some things but not other things?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could even like expand this. Speaking of, fantasy football and stuff like that, Magic the Gathering, I've been one to defend this, especially in some of the meetings that we've had, where video games, are demonized. Like, what do you mean you play video games? Like, are you like, what are you, a child?
Yeah,
it's like, slow your roll. Like, do you have Sunday night ticket? Do you have the full NFL ticket? Well, yeah. Okay, so you watch football when? Well, I watch football on Sunday. It's like, okay, Friday night. Okay, what? Monday night. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
No, it's the same.
It's like,
thing.
okay, so you're going to sit down. How long are you going to sit down and watch a game? 2 hours?
Yeah.
3 hours? You're going to sit down and watch a game for 2 to 3 hours. Totally socially acceptable. Basketball, same thing. Baseball, same thing. Totally socially acceptable. I sit down and I game, for an hour.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, I actually did. FYI, I tried gaming. I tried playing The Division. My son found The Division. He was like, Dad, am I old enough to play The Division? I'm like, yes, you are.
Is that a game?
Yes.
Oh.
So, yeah. I will go quickly into the story of The Division. It's near and dear to my heart. I love it. Tom Clancy's The Division. It's a storyline that he created where, and it's funny because all of this happened pre-COVID.
Oh.
So where a super virus is created and then they lace 10,000 $1 bills and then they spend those dollar bills in the day after Thanksgiving sale in New York City.
So it just spreads.
And it spreads and it's called the dollar flu. And it goes everywhere and it destroys and it's highly it's deadly, everything else. And like the government and everything else, like everything starts falling apart because people are dying so quickly and they don't know what to do. And so they have to quarantine New York. But by that time, it's already gotten out, but they're still have to kind of quarantine, stuff like that. Well, as the government falls apart, there's this underlying almost like secret organization that's there just in case the government falls apart to keep law and order and everything else. And it's called the Division. And you are one of the agents of the Division. And so it's pretty cool. Anyway, so... I was like, I'm going to try to be productive and play video games so I don't feel guilty because I'm playing video games, right? So I'm like, I need to get some cardio in, do some stuff. So I got this little desk treadmill thing. So I'm like, I'm going to take my desk treadmill, I'm going to put it in front of the TV, and I'm going to play The Division while I walk and I get my low state cardio in. Problem is that I can't shut my brain off and walk and play the video game at the same time. No. Which is odd because I can stand and play the video game and my body doesn't move as my character moves. The instant I start walking and I send my character to turn right, guess what my body does?
You start.
Oh, I turn right and I'm like falling off. I can't tell you how many times I fell off the treadmill yesterday. It slipped off, fell off, and I'm like, I can't do this. I wrestled with it for 45 minutes trying to make it work. No,
I agree. I think it's because of the stereotype that's been perpetuated with people that did game a lot are just the people that still live at home in their parents' basement,
Yeah.
don't have a job,
Yeah.
and this and that. So it's a stereotype that needs to get broken,
Right.
because there's a lot of highly successful people that do game, and there's people that have made careers of gaming.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I hate to say this, whatever you want to feel about him, but Elon Musk still games.
yeah,
And not just like a little bit.
yeah.
Like, he's like world ranked.
So the fact that he can still game, and I think it's that, like you just said, it's like, okay, I did things. It's like I've earned my. It's like if you're on a diet, be like, dude, I worked out hard all week. Like I've worked out hard to eat this piece of cake.
Yeah.
Be like, great, then eat the piece of cake.
It's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Now, not the whole cake.
Yeah.
And not every day. But
it's like, I don't believe there's anything wrong with sitting down. If that's how you blow off steam,
yeah.
great, blow off steam. But it's like, what did you do prior to that?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where the stigma comes in,
Right.
where it's like, okay, you gamed for 8 hours today.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you do?
Yeah.
Nothing? Then that's a problem.
Right.
Now, like I went to work, I mowed the lawn, I did the dishes, I did a load of laundry, and I gamed for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Good job. High five.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
stuff like that. And like that's where kids, like I applaud parents that are like, hey, you get screen time after you do this,
Right.
but you don't get screen time until you do that.
Right. Right.
It's like it's a reward scenario. So, but I just think it's interesting when you hear people's hobbies, like you instantly get a snap judgment. Be like, oh, they're like this.
Oh, they're like that. Oh.
It's like, hey, it's like you're big into firearms, hick. You're like murder, or redneck, or
Oh, I know what type of political stance you have.
yeah. It's like
It's
dude,
like
no.
because I own guns.
Yeah.
Yep. You're one of those people, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh my effing hell.
Or it's like you support, like if you're like pro gay, you're like, oh, I know it. It's like no, it's
Yeah.
like I just believe that they should do what they want. I don't care. Just be a good person. Are you a good person?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, and again, being Utah, you're Mormon,
Yeah.
and that's like,
Or you're not Mormon.
or you're not. Yeah. On the flip side, you being
Yeah.
in Utah, you're not Mormon. Or are you joking me? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
and it was bad. It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, obviously, I'm not LDS. When we moved here, it was really hard for me to play with kids in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because parents and families wouldn't let their kids play with me because I wasn't LDS. And at the time, I didn't really understand that.
No.
I was just all like, oh, they're busy. Oh, that stinks. So I just played at home with my sister.
Yeah.
And like we didn't really associate with the other kids. And we never got invited anywhere. We never got asked to do stuff. But yet all the other kids in the neighborhood were playing with each other and this and that, except for us.
Right. Right.
And again, luckily I was too young to be like, why is that happening?
Right.
My parents were old enough to know that what was happening,
Right.
and we never got invited anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, but then on the flip side, people from out of town coming in be like, Utah?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh yeah.
Like Mormons, they have like 8 wives.
Yeah.
Or God, they're weird. No, they're just normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there some weird people? Yeah, but that's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
That's not just because they're LDS.
No. Well, and again,
So-
you're going to have people that are, and again, there's certain things that I kind of take and I call it the human condition.
Mhm.
There's just certain things that are just part of the human condition. Are you going to have people that are narcissistic that think that, their way's the best way and you have to do that and they're going to shame you for doing anything different than what they're doing? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Guess what? You're going to have that everywhere.
Yeah.
Because that's a human condition thing.
It just so happens in Utah, LDS is a prominent thing.
It's just prominent.
But you go to Chicago or Illinois, it's Catholics.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not Catholic,
Yeah, you're a weirdo.
oh yeah, you go to New York, you're not Jewish.
Yeah.
You go to Beverly Hills, you're not Jewish.
Yeah.
You go down south, you're not Baptist.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Exactly.
good heavens, like drop me in the middle of like frickin' Bible Belt country. Dude, no joke. They're like I would be shunned. Basically, there's one person who sits with the devil, and that's me,
Yeah.
because I'm Mormon and I have horns and a tail, and I don't believe in Christ. And, the person that started my religion is, a fraud and a gold digger. And, it's
Blah,
like,
blah, blah.
and it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Okay. Are they a good person?
Yeah.
Well, you're part of a cult. Shut your mouth. Answer the damn question.
Yeah.
Is that, and every once in a while, like Joe Rogan will come up and Mormons will come up on there. Like, oh, that cult, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then he'll say, almost out of the same side of his mouth, but they are the nicest people I've ever had to deal with. And I'm like, okay, stop right there.
Some of them.
It was some of them.
Yeah.
And again, that's a human condition thing.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going to look at a group of people that you're just like, yeah, but they're like really super nice, especially, I mean, I'm not talking about back in the day, but now a lot of things have changed. It's like, okay, cool. Like, okay, that, these people are Catholic, they're super nice. I grew up in Twin Falls, Idaho, which didn't like Mormons, which is weird for being Idaho.
Yeah.
And my neighbors across the street were Catholic, and probably some of the kindest people.
Yeah.
I've known. Like, I went to, they had their own catechism and stuff like that. Like, I would go with my buddy Johnny to catechism, which I thought it was the coolest thing on the planet. Went to mass with them several times. That was cool. Was it different from what I did? Sure.
Yeah.
But, and I think a lot of it was because, my dad is the only member in his side of the family. So whenever we would go places,
Yeah.
it wasn't like we're hanging around people that are, all LDS, all doing the same thing. It's like, oh no, like my mom's side of the family is, they're LDS. And then on my dad's side, not even at all. So we go over there. Yeah, everybody's smoking, everybody's drinking, and everything else. And I just thought that was normal.
Yeah.
But still, it's kind of funny. Like, going back to like the whole full circle, the hobby thing. I think we do take that. And again, I think this is a human condition that we do. It's not racist. It's not prejudiced. It's not whatever. Our brains are conditioned and built to categorize things.
Yeah.
We categorize everything. That's why we have different fruits, different vegetables. Inside of those fruits and vegetables, you have different varieties. And inside of those varieties, you have different types of those varieties. And we categorize everything.
Yeah.
Why? To make sense out of the chaos in the order. And sometimes those stereotypes kind of can be true.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes they fit.
Like when we go play, it's what's called a pre-release for Magic the Gathering. It's like when a new set's coming out. You can go and you buy a box, you build a deck, whatever, and then you play with other people. And we all jokingly say when we get together, like, okay, did you take a shower? Did you use deodorant?
Yeah.
Because...
Did you ask your mom's permission to come?
Right. One thing that we don't have to worry about is people coming in with Cheeto dust on their fingers, because ain't nobody touching cards with Cheeto dust on their fingers.
Yeah,
because those cards are expensive. But again, it's funny to laugh at that stereotype for that hobby.
But they're everywhere.
Yeah,
just like, the stereotypical meathead gym bro. That's like Jack, but as dumb as a box of rocks.
Oh, it's like that old commercial from like the early 2000s for some taco company. They get all these gym bros, and they're like massively huge bodybuilders, and they're on the beach. Oh, you like protein? I love protein. Yeah, protein for you, protein. Oh, protein.
Yeah, protein. Yeah.
You're just like, that's funny.
But it's true.
Might not be wrong, but but again, same thing. Like, I love going to the gym. Absolutely love it. My girlfriend's going to the gym with me too. And like, it's great. But again, you got, there are, implications where it's like, oh, you just go to the gym all day. Like,
yeah, loser.
Yeah. It's like,
do you just not care about success? Yeah. It's dumb. It's dumb. But moving on to our next question. All right, what's our last question?
So I actually had one, and then we were talking about like the whole entire like hobbies and everything else, and I was like, which actually brings up this, and now I totally forgot it. And then I forgot both of them.
Oh, well, okay.
So, yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, then let's piggyback on that. What hobbies are you getting into now besides magic?
Okay, so big. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm big into magic. Like, I still feel like a noob.
Yeah,
Dude, no joke. I've been
I
doing.
have some stuff if you want it.
I've been. All right, yeah, great. Let me see what you got.
I've got one of those mats.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You got your play mat.
yeah,
I got you.
and someone bought me like a bunch of starter stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you,
let's see what you got.
I'll never play it, so you can have it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I've got a buddy of mine. He's in the Air Force. He is definitely touched by the tism.
I think we all technically are
To a point.
to a point.
He is like, he is great at deck building. You know, he can actually like think of the combos and everything else and things that are going to pop off and how many, of this and that and everything
And
else.
he's in the Air Force?
Yeah.
He's definitely autistic.
Oh yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
right? But he's the one who like kind of helps me get it. And I just sit there and I'm like, how in the heck do you know? Like, and all of the guys, like, no joke, like all the guys I play with, they're all Air Force, guys, and they're all like kind of like on that same, wavelength, but they're all like, again, we played at my place one night. I never understood what functional alcoholism was until I played with these guys.
No, seriously. Okay. So speaking of that, I was talking to my mom about this because I never considered my grandpa an alcoholic.
Right.
But my God, you get a couple of him and his Air Force buddies together, they will drink a place dry.
Dude, no joke.
Dry.
And here's the crazy thing. So in Magic, as you start to, we call it your board state, where, hold please, my own spit. I hate it when your spit like tries to kill you.
Yeah. So next time you're with your Air Force buddies, ask them if they know the river rats.
Okay, yeah. I will. So anyway, you have your board state, which is where your cards and everything else are lining up. And certain cards activate when you do another action. So it's like, I did this one action, and because I did that, I get to activate this many times. Well, you don't just have one of those things. You'll have like 3 or 4 or 5 of those. And as those things add up, it is simple math, but it's simple math that you're having to keep in your head of what's going on, how many times, how this is going to add up. You've got, when you go to attack, you have 2 different things, power and toughness. So the power, of course, is how much you're going to be hitting that person for, and your toughness is like your shield.
Yeah.
So if like someone's going to hit you for 1, but your guy has a shield of 2, it's not going to do anything, right? Okay, cool. I watched these guys, no joke, like drunk beyond belief. It is 2 a.m. We're sitting there, board state is out there. And I'm like, I'm having a hard time because it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm old now,
Like,
and I can't add past 10, not 10 p.m., but the number 10, in my head trying to keep this all straight. I was like, guys, I'm going to have you help me. Dude, no joke. Like the drunkest person at the table, like stood up and was like, I got this. And he comes up, he's like, okay, so you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. Okay, you're coming in doing this. Okay, he's going to swing in for, okay, so he's coming in for 57. 57, is that right? And because of that 57, you're also going to create 12 of these. Okay, you got 12 tokens that are going to come in that are going to be hitting and everything else. So that's 57 plus the 12. It brings you up to 69. And I was like, what? Dude, no joke. Like freaking, like brilliant mind, freaking Russell Crowe, like mathematical equations.
He just Rain Man'd you.
Rain Man, the whole entire thing. Yeah. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yep.
Dude, functional alcoholism.
Yep.
Dude, like, yeah. So I have that going for me, and I still feel like every single time I play, I'm like, I'm an idiot. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not. I haven't been touched by the tism enough,
Yeah. For real.
And so, but no, like the second thing is, I did start going to the gym more. which is super nice because now, this girl that I'm dating, I was talking to her about it. I'm like, yeah, these are my goals. Like I have, because of divorce and life and everything else, put on like, 15, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And I want to get rid of it, and I know it's not all fat, but I'm pudgy. Like I need to trim
You're
down.
just not where you need to be. Or
It's not where I want to be.
Want to be, not
Yeah.
necessarily need to be.
And, and she's like, yeah, like I've always wanted to kind of go to the gym and, gain muscle mass. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I would love you to come with me. Not because I think that you're fat or anything else, but like
I just
having someone there.
I just want a partner to do it with.
Yeah. And it's like, it makes it so much easier when you're like, oh, I want to go to the gym. If I can make an excuse for me not to go, easy.
Yeah.
Not a problem. But if like, oh no, Cammie and I are going.
Yeah. I got someone going with me.
I've got someone going with me.
Yeah.
And you know what? She wants goals for herself. And if I back out, that means I'm not helping her in her goals. And so anyway, we went.
Yeah.
And we've been going, and it was funny because her and I were talking about it last night. And she's like, yeah, I've always wanted to go, but I didn't want to like ask a stranger because like all the gym equipment for a lot of people, it's confusing as all get out. Like, what do I do? How do I start? What program do I do? How do I use this?
I can understand the program. Yeah. Like, what do I work on? How do I work on it?
Right.
As far as the equipment goes, there's descriptions on them.
Well, there are, and it's funny because I mean, granted, there are descriptions and stuff, but I've still seen people that I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, you're an idiot.
It's more so like having somebody that's done it to walk you through it, not necessarily to do it for them, but just be like, it's that reassurance. It's that security blanket.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, oh, I am doing it right. Or
right.
Like, oh, these workouts do go well together.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just.
And so like for her, like as we've been going and I've been kind of like showing her like, this is proper technique on this. This is kind of the rhythm that you want to keep it at. You don't want to just be like throwing stuff back, forth and sideways,
Whatever.
Injuries. Who needs
back problems?
Injuries are about as real as like freaking the government,
Back problems for commies.
Right. So anyway, so yeah, like, and it was funny because last night she was saying like, yeah, it's just really nice to have someone there that's like not a stranger that, we could kind of go through things. And I kind of laughed and I said, I'll be brutally honest. I said, it really started kicking in. Like it felt very, very similar to teaching martial art vibe.
Yeah.
I said that like, it was so much fun for me. And she was like, really? She's like, I was just like, when I'm like, I was like, as we're sitting there, I'm like, I hope he just doesn't get annoyed that he has to like teach me all this stuff. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? No, heck no, man. Like it was great.
You still have the teaching bug. You still want to teach. You still need to be able to teach. That'll never go away.
Oh no, see, and I remember when back in the day, Russell would say, he's like, oh, I can't believe like this person, I mean, they're still happy like teaching Pinyon 1. Are you joking me? Like how?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like that's why we're here.
I love teaching Pinyon 1, not because I don't have to think about it, but I don't have to reinvent the wheel on what to teach somebody every time they come on in.
Well, not only that, but it's like, I don't care if it's Pinyon 1 or Kata 6. Like it's guiding that person down the path and helping them achieve something that they want to work towards.
Yeah.
And like, I don't care what it is. It's just, it's super fun. And when they're getting it right and they're, and it's hard, and to see them struggle through it and you're just that guiding, you're not doing it for them, but you're just that guiding force towards it. Dude, it's like so much fun.
Yeah.
So right now, those are the two things that I'm really kind of focused on because that's all the time I've got.
Yeah. No, I
really.
gotcha.
I've like for like supplementation stuff like that. I've been, kind of getting in a lot of the research for creatine and stuff like that.
Yeah, creatine's great to take.
Well, here's the thing. So back in the day, it was like 5 grams of creatine a day, and that's all you need. There's a lot of research that's coming out that's like, yeah, you can, but using a lot more is not only going to be beneficial for muscles and everything else, but also it'll be able to cross the blood-brain barrier.
Yeah.
And it helps with stress.
In this instance, more is better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, not just a little bit. It's like 4 times. Like it's 20 grams
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
They're like, this is kind of where you.
I think I take gummies, like creatine gummies, and I think they're about 30.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
So.
dude. But again, like those are the two things that.
I think this will be a question for next week because as we were talking about these last 2 questions, I was like, man, what's the difference between collecting and hoarding? So that'll be for next week.
Yeah, because
we don't have the time today.
I didn't get so there is a hobby that I would like to get into, but I'm logical and sane enough
not
to know that I do not have the time nor the money.
So we will talk about that next. We'll talk. That'll be a question next.
Because that is the hobby itself has a problem of hoarding.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
But moving on to our fight scene. All right, this week's question. It's an interesting one because I think it can both be physical and mental. It is Indiana Jones versus Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
So I'm talking Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes.
okay. I was like,
not just the literary.
not Benedict Cumberbatch's.
No,
okay.
I'm talking Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Okay. So round 1 we'll have on an archaeological dig, and we'll just say
anywhere, like
anywhere.
Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt. We'll just say Egypt. Everybody can understand
Yeah.
Egypt. Which, little side note, have you seen the videos of archaeologists sending like robots and drones down corridors that people can't fit, and they found doors? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small tangent. Can we talk about the insanity that's coming out with the pyramids
Yeah.
and everything else in Egypt right now?
It's crazy.
Like, and the Egyptian government is like really trying to shut that all down.
Yeah.
Not like saying, "Are you joking me?" No, your equipment's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like here's the evidence to show that your equipment's wrong. You know, it's like, shut up.
Stop.
And you're like, not just like, so whenever government comes out and says like,
Just stop talking.
stop talking about that. Stop talking or I'll make you disappear.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, we need to talk about that more now.
Somebody's on the right track.
Uh-huh.
So, but all right, we got Indiana Jones versus Sherlock Holmes in Egypt.
Next week.
That'll be for next week. Who you got?
Okay, I'm only going to say this because it happened when Indiana Jones had the flu and he just didn't want to fight with the guy.
He just shot him.
He just shot him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Indiana Jones.
I'm going to say Indiana Jones because he knows the terrain better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he can adapt to it pretty well.
Right.
Versus, I don't think Sherlock Holmes really went outside of London, did he?
No.
So,
No.
I don't think he's equipped for that
No.
harsh reality of weather.
Yeah, even though I think he'd be totally fine, like, but I think because of that, because you know, Indiana Jones has no problem with firearms.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Sherlock really uses firearms.
He doesn't.
No. Yeah. But yeah, I've got Indiana Jones round 1.
Yeah.
All right, round 2 is in London.
Dude, I've got to go Sherlock on this
Yeah,
one.
I got to go Sherlock too.
If we're going Robert Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes. Yeah.
He's savvy, he's smart, he knows how to prepare.
He's a pugilist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I got Sherlock as well.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 1-1. Now they're in a cage, duking it out.
I'm still gonna go, especially like if we're talking
Robert Downey.
I'm gonna go Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, with that scene where he like plays out the fight
before it happens.
Yeah. Because as much as I like Indiana Jones, he's not much of a strategic fighter.
No.
He's
scrappy.
He's scrappy, but yeah, Sherlock actually has the intuition and the tactics and the skill behind it too. I agree. I got Sherlock winning as well.
Yeah.
But let us know who you think would win, Indiana Jones or Sherlock Holmes. But moving on to our joke of the week. All right. This one's a pretty funny one.
Okay.
I had a fire safety course the other day, And they asked me what steps I would take in case of an explosion. Apparently, big fucking steps was the wrong answer. Yeah.
That's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh. Why did the jaguar eat the tightrope walker?
Why?
He was craving a well-balanced meal.
Well-balanced meal. Or actually drink holy water with a laxative. I'm about ready to have a religious movement.
I was about to say. But have a holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. What do you call a sleeping bull?
What?
A bulldozer.
A bulldozer. That's a good one. Or did you hear about the kidnapping in the school the other day?
No, I did.
Yeah, don't worry, he woke up.
Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Oh, I know this one, but what is it?
Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels.
They'd be bagels with cream cheese. But let us know your favorite joke. I thought those ones were pretty good this week.
Those are good this week.
The religious movement.
Dude,
I'm not ready to have a religious movement. But moving on to our shout-outs. All right, anybody you like to shout out today?
Okay. Yes. So, small tangent. So my car was sounding like I had...
Again?
Yeah. So, last week did I tell you about the engine swap? Not the engine swap. So like
The battery swap?
So, well, it wasn't the battery swap. So my car started to sound like I did like an engine swap from like a Honda Civic, like a 98 Honda Civic. It was bad.
Yeah, okay.
So basically what was happening, there was something that was between the fan for the heating system and the shroud that was there, and you could just hear it. It was awful.
Yeah.
So set up an appointment, took videos of it, everything else, went to the Tesla service station up in Ogden to get it fixed. And, of course, when I get there, like most cars, like he has been doing this for weeks.
Oh, it didn't do it?
And doesn't do it. When I
Yeah.
get to the service station, I'm like, are you son of a bitch?
When you need to do it, you don't
You
do
don't?
it? Yeah.
So good thing is that I did take several videos of it.
So you could show them.
And so when I made the appointment, I did like show the videos, and when the people set up the appointment, they're like, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I showed it to the technician. The technician laughed, and that's where he's like, dude, you swapped the engine of a Honda Civic? Because that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Anyway. So they kept my car for 2 days. They gave me a loaner car. They were like out of cars. It was like so busy there. Finally, a loaner car came in. I was stuck there because I only have one car. So I was working remotely in the actual facility. They finally get me a car. The gals there were great. They were setting everything up. I leave for 2 days. After 2 days, they're like, we can't get it to replicate. We got in there and everything else, looked at it. There's nothing wrong. We can't understand where that sound's coming from. And you showed us the video. So, like, we know that the sound was there.
Yeah.
And so we just don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Couldn't diagnose the problem for you. And the guy was like, if it happens, we'll put in your file that it's fast tracked. So when it happens, you can just drive into any Tesla service station and be like, this is what it is. And they will immediately go and check your car. I was like, oh, that's nice. So I don't have to wait. And so it might be like, that's the shout out. No. So generally, if you take your car in to get diagnosed and everything else, especially at a dealership, you're going to get charged, right?
Yeah.
A pretty penny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $0.
Oh, nice.
They gave me a loaner, tried to diagnose the problem, couldn't find it, came
Didn't
back,
charge you.
not a dime.
That's awesome.
And so and honestly, the customer service over there at that team in Ogden is awesome. So
Shout out Tesla and Ogden.
give a shout out to the two gals that are up there at the service, because they had some people that were pretty upset,
Yeah.
and they were doing like that type of, I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
because that
So it's
type of
not their
industry is
fault.
tough. Because it's not their fault, but
Yeah.
they're the front face.
Yeah, they're the
and they're the
follow.
people that are going to be taking that brunt. So those are my shout outs.
Well, shout out to Tesla and Ogden.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Moving on to our final thoughts. All right, any final thoughts you want to leave the people with?
Final thoughts, okay? It is totally okay to watch football, and it's totally okay to play video games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and just don't be so judgmental.
yeah, it's
And don't try to categorize people based off of what they look like, talk like, or into, or anything like that. It's just let them believe what they want to believe. Listen to them,
yeah,
understand them, and don't try to be right. Listen, just listen, and chances are you may learn something. And if you
Yeah.
listen, there's a chance that they'll listen, and they'll learn something too.
yeah,
So
yeah. We've become very tribal,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, very much so.
It's a great book that it's called Tribes by. Did Seth Godin do that one?
I don't know. But I remember
Gladwell,
listening to a book where
one
they
of
talk
those.
about how they were at a boys' camp and all the boys got along until they made teams.
Yep.
Then the second they made teams, all of them hated each other. They tried to sabotage the other team and they tried to ruin the other one's chances of doing stuff.
Yeah.
But yet they were all friends before they were
Yep.
put into teams. So
Yeah.
we're all human. So you may not believe everything that someone else believes. That's right. Listen to them. And
Well,
then, give them the courtesy back.
And here's the thing. This is one thing that I always find funny, is that why is it that we have to force other people to believe what we believe?
Mm-hmm.
Does them not believing what we believe cause us to be diminished emotionally? Like
Yeah.
there's something now wrong with me because they do not believe the same thing I believe.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, no, like who cares? Like,
Yeah.
That's-
I like talking to people that don't believe everything I do.
right.
So, but be a good person, more importantly, and have a good day. And we will kick it with you next week, everybody.
Sweet.
We'll see ya.